Hey squad, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chandelier. I'm Chandelier the Esthetician. I run this YouTube channel. I also run a podcast called Skin is In Podcast, and I'm the owner of Skin is In Studios. Welcome back, girl. If it's your first time here and you don't know who I am, I'm a licensed esthetician that helps esthetician students and current estheticians figure out their journey, and I share my life experiences and just things that are working for me. So if you're into that kind of vibe, make sure you subscribe. Today we are going to hop into a new, just brand new genre for me. Since this is the last video of the year, I decided to try something new, and I think you guys are going to really like it, so make sure you hit the thumbs up if you do. This is something I'm calling Chronicles from the Treatment Room. It's where I answer commonly asked questions that I receive during my appointments. So let's just hop right into it. This client has been dealing with acne. She's probably been dealing with it for a couple of years, and she's been coming to me for a few months at this point. She's very consistent, and we've gotten a lot of great results, but it's because of the consistent skincare plan that she has, and also consistency with her facial treatments. So I hope this helps you with your bookings and educating your clients. I'm always open to learn, so please make sure that we keep this in a learning mindset. We are not judgy here. We are only here to collaborate. So girl, don't try me. Let's just talk about acne here. So acne is really the congestion of skin. We have sebaceous glands that sit on the surface of our skin. Well, not the surface, but they're glands within our skin. And when these glands get clogged with dirt, debris, let's say you're dealing with external factors like stress, sometimes our skin can get inflamed and it presents in acne. There's several different grades to acne. Really, as estheticians, we will only work on the grades that are considered the most common. So you're not really ever going to find yourself working on like a grade 4, but like grade 1, 2, and 3 are kind of like our wheelhouse, so to speak. So what you see me using here is the Skin Script green tea cleanser. I love this cleanser because it has grapefruit, yucca, lemon, and it's really just designed to decongest the skin, clean it all out. And while it's cleaning the skin, it's also using the antioxidants from the green tea to leave the skin feeling refreshed and calmed down. I love this cleanser because immediately after using it, they have such a great glow. And I will also say that this cleanser is probably safe to use on most skin types. Obviously, make sure you are being mindful and always checking with your client to see how her skin or their skin may be feeling. But yeah, so it's one of my favorite cleansers to use. The second cleanser that I'm using is a cleanser that again is not out on the market just yet, but it will be soon. I know the start of the year 2023, Circadia will be releasing this cleanser. It's from Circadia Skincare. It's called the Cleansing Gel with Mandelic Acid. I love this for African American skin and really just any of the darker Fitzpatricks. These are skin types that sometimes just need a little deeper purge. And so mandelic acid is really great for just helping brighten, clear out pigmentation. And usually if you have a client who's dealing with acne, they are also dealing with pigmentation. It almost goes hand in hand because they're probably someone who picks at their skin. They probably don't use a cleanser on a daily basis. Even if they do, it may not be the best one for them type thing. So yeah. Anyways, I would say that this client here, when I first started seeing her, she did present with grade 3 acne. She was very inflamed, and so for the first part of her treatment, it was really just getting her to use a cleanser on a daily basis and really try to make sure that she keeps her skin cleaned out, just because she is a chef, so she's constantly around a lot of grease and just like kitchen debris and stuff like that. So I also did extractions with her treatment, and so we're going to go into different ways that you can use extractions to help with your treatment plan. But right now, before we do any of that, I'm using an enzyme from BioElements. It's called Enzyme Therapy. Last time I showed you guys this enzyme, I did cut it with a soothing powder. This time I am not. I have been doing several treatments on her skin at this point. We've done chemical peels, we've done this treatment, we've done high frequency, we've done a lot of things to get her skin to this point. And I'm just going to talk to you guys while I'm putting this enzyme treatment on. a lot of times people are going to come to you and they're going to be like, well, I saw on TikTok that people are doing chemical peels to clear their hyperpigmentation and their acne. Girl, I still do not let them push me into doing a treatment that I don't feel like they're ready to maintain. And a lot of times if a client is dealing with some type of skin problem, some type of skin, I don't know, disorder, it's not something that you want to just jump like right out of the frying pan into the fryer. You want to work your way up to that, just because they're probably not doing a routine that's going to make sure that their skin is protected in between a peel. So this is kind of what happened here. She was talking to me about some of these other treatments, but really she just wanted me to help her with their skin. And that's what I heard, was she was looking for a solution and she wanted results. And I just explained to my clients, if you are consistent with me, I will be consistent for you. There's not a question of if I can help you get results, but it is going to depend on what you're doing outside of this 1 hour time that we spend together. And so she immediately went and purchased home care routines. She started using a cleanser on a daily basis. And, you know, I'm still working her up to like getting a sunscreen that she uses daily. But it's really nice for her because once they see the results, they're like hooked. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're doing your consultation. I never tell them no, I just kind of steer them in the direction that we need to go. So I explained to her, for us to even get to that place, like to target pigmentation, we have to target what's causing the grade 3 acne. Like grade 3 acne is considered any time that it's severe acne, like numerous open, closed comedones, papules, pustules, like it could be cystic somewhere. Maybe some scarring has been left from the lesions. It's just really inflamed. It's irritated. You know, they'll probably describe their skin as feeling really tight. So the reason why you're going to want to use an enzyme is it helps get into the skin to soften it up. And enzymes are really great for just kickstarting that cell turnover process. You can explore different types of enzymes. This is just one that I've been using that I see a lot of success with. So just do your research, but enzymes are a really great way, especially for clients who do deal with acneic skin, because it's going to chemically exfoliate dead layers of skin. So that's always good. As you can see, a lot of times after I take the enzyme treatment off, the skin is just glowy. It just looks really good. And also, before I go into extractions, I put on something called softening powder. It's something that allows me to soften the skin to still pull extractions. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. I watched another YouTuber and she said it best, and I will just literally reiterate. I'm sure you guys have heard of her. If you haven't, she's a great YouTuber. Her name's Leia Lee. She's incredible. And she was talking about how doesn't matter how soft you get the skin with steam and enzymes and softening treatments, extractions hurt. They just do not feel good. Now, some people have a higher pain tolerance, but I do not care. I almost always dig into the treatment bed when I'm getting them done on myself. So I keep that in mind when I'm working on my client. I always tell them, if they, for whatever reason, feel like they can't breathe, open their mouth, because they forget, just because it is so painful. And if they haven't regularly gotten extractions, girl, that's a whole new level of pain. There are some different things that you can do to avoid manual extractions. You can do an ultrasonic skin scrubber. I chose not to go that route today. You could do, like, if you have a hydrofacial machine or some type of vortex suction machine, you could try it that way. But for me, a lot of times it's just good old-fashioned extractor, and sometimes I do cotton swabs, and yeah, I just get in there and I do work. Before I do any extractions, I always prep the skin with a extraction prep serum that I got from BioElements. If you guys like these products and you want to know what they are, I will list them in the description box for you. But honestly, this is more so just letting you know you can kind of stick to this method. It doesn't have to be these exact products. When I first started out, I was like, oh, I need to go get that. I mean, if you want to buy it, then you can, but really you just need to be mindful of what the ingredients are and what results what they claim to do, and see if they actually live up to the hype. So I'm going to show you guys a before and after now, just so you guys can kind of see where her skin started and where we're at today. And yeah, it's been a great journey. So let's talk about the oxygen treatment from Circadia. Girl, I love this treatment. One, it's an antimicrobial, which just means that it is going to help kill any bacteria that is living on her skin. This oxygen treatment is a 2-step process. Well, actually, it's several steps. So before you use this treatment, I recommend that you do get certified on the Circadia University page. It's free, guys, to use it. You should be using it while you're in school. You guys know I'm a huge advocate for Circadia because they've done so much for me already. But yeah, so the first thing you want to do is you want to prep the skin. There's a caviar lime enzyme that you can put on. There's sprays that you use. Right now I'm mainly just showing you the application of the oxygen treatment itself. Notice it's really fluffy, it's frothy. It kind of reminds me of like when you get a cappuccino and it's been frothed with like the milk and stuff. It's like very foamy, but you want that because their skin is gonna get so dry after this, okay? Like it's gonna be so tight. And just kind of prep your clients for the sensations that they might be feeling, like letting them know, like in this moment I was letting her know, like, hey, I'm gonna rub this product in a little bit just to make sure the oxygen is really getting into the skin. But also at the same time, you may feel some dryness. So when I start to take this treatment off, just let me know anywhere that I might feel overly or excessively dry. Once the treatment has set for the appropriate amount of time, I start to use a popsicle stick to remove any excess because that's what the protocol calls for. And then I use a warm towel to really, well, it's not really warm, actually. It's like a room temperature towel. I don't really like excessively hot towels with this treatment just because I know that their skin is going to be experiencing some tingling, okay? So let them know the tingle factor. If we're doing like a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 6. So it's not the worst, but some people, again, they handle things differently. And so yeah, I take this treatment off. I'm gonna go in with the Marshmallow Whip mask. I love that mask. It smells like s'mores. It's so delicious. And it's ultra hydrating, especially after a very drying treatment. You want to go in and really just rehydrate the skin. My client's skin has really came such a long ways. You know, at first she was telling me she didn't really notice the results. So then I sent her some before and afters. She was like, oh my gosh. And then people started noticing her skin looks completely different. And she was like, wow, I can't believe this. And it's just like, that's what you want when your client is really starting to trust and believe that the things that you say are going to work actually show up, and she sees the results. They speak for themselves. But right here, I'm using a massage medium called Sebum Control from BioElements. It is good because for anyone who deals with congested skin, it's non-comedonogenic. It's got a really good slip. It's kind of like a gel-like material, so it's not quite oil. It's very interesting, but I love it. And before, I hadn't even been giving her facial massages because honestly, I was so worried about just spreading anything that I told her, you know, we're just not at that point. But her skin has came such a long ways. It's probably a grade 1 now, where she has the occasional breakouts. She does deal with some scarring from it, and that's about it. And she's loving the results. She's literally like, it's such a night and day difference. If I could have shown you guys, and I might even go find the video just to show you how much I have pulled out of her skin the first time working on it, you would be like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But at the same time, it's not crazy because this is what happens when you are consistent with your skin. So my home care routine for her was 2 cleanses a day, 1 at night, 1 in the morning. So reverse out, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. I asked her to use some type of toner, a serum, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. I also recommended some type of acid. I don't know for sure if she is using the acid, but her just adding these steps into her routine are huge because she was doing none of that before. And I know that we will only continue to receive results if she continues to take the recommendations that I provide. And that's why she trusts me as her skincare provider. So I recommend retail. I do follow-ups with her and I just check in, and she's what I would consider BCE. She's the best client ever because she shows up on time for her appointments and she takes the advice, and yeah, she recommends me. It's just, you know, that overall trifecta of what you want. And I think it's because she's able to trust me as her skincare specialist. So anyways, I hope you guys really liked this video. I hope that it was helpful in some form or fashion.
It is a lot if you're not used
one thing
to
that
it,
I didn't
though.
mention in this video that I did do is high frequency. I always do it. I love it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.